Hello, everyone. This is the latest world news in America. If you're interested, I'd appreciate your likes and subscriptions. Hello everyone. Today I will tell you about Vikhr 1 anti-tank missile system for Ka-52 attack helicopters and the history of their creation. There are several anti-tank missile systems in service with the army and frontline aviation of the Russian Air and Space Forces. One of the newest and most advanced complexes is the 9K-121M Vikhr, used by attack helicopters. In the recent past, it was actively used in Syria and confirmed its design characteristics. Now Vikhr missiles and their carriers are involved in the processes of demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine and again show the required results. The development of the 9K-121 Vikhr airborne anti-tank missile system with the 9M127 missile started in the late 70s and was carried out by the Tula-based KB Priborostrania. In 1985, the new ATGM was officially adopted by the USSR Air Force. A few years later, in 1990, the modernized 9K-121M Vikhr system with the 9M127-1 Vikhr 1 missile was recommended for adoption. However, it was not possible to launch serial production of 9K-121 systems and missiles for them due to general economic and defense problems. Nevertheless, the search for opportunities to launch series production and for further development of the ATGM continued. Active work in this direction began again in the 2000 years and gave a real result at the beginning of the next decade. The newly improved Vikhr system was brought to serial production and deliveries to the troops. In 2013, the Ministry of Defense awarded the first contract for serial production of the 9K-121M PTRK. Kalashnikov concern was selected as the contractor. In the next few years, it was to manufacture and deliver a large number of hardware kits and more than 2,000 missiles. The total cost of the products is more than 13 billion rubles. The order was successfully fulfilled in 2015-16, and a large number of new missiles appeared in the warehouses. Ka-52 serial helicopters became their carriers. After the fulfillment of the first order, concern Kalashnikov received two new orders. The first one was again placed by the Ministry of Defense. It provided for the delivery of several thousand missiles over the next 3 years. The second contract was an export contract. An unnamed foreign army wished to receive a large number of Vikhr PTRKs with delivery within 2 years. To date, these orders have been successfully fulfilled and production continues under the following agreement. Combat applications. Since the early 80s, 9K-121M PTRKs have been regularly used at training ranges against training targets as part of a variety of tests or during Army exercises. The launch of full-scale production made it possible to establish a full-fledged training process. The Ka-52 helicopter crews are learning to use the new weapon and gaining the necessary experience. The first combat use of the Vikhr complex in a real military operation dates back to 2017. During the fighting in Syria, Russian helicopters repeatedly used 9M127-1 missiles against various ground targets. The complex has confirmed its ability to hit stationary and moving ground targets, including armored ones. Right now, Russian pilots on the Ka-52 are taking the most active part in the special operation for the defense of Donbas and are performing a wide range of tasks involving the search and destruction of ground targets. Several types of munitions, including Vikhr 1 guided missiles, are used to combat armored vehicles of various types. These products are successfully aimed at the intended targets, and the warhead provides a confident defeat of any tanks available to the enemy. Judging by the published information, to date, with the help of 9M127-1 destroyed at least dozens of tanks and other armored vehicles. But it cannot be ruled out that the combat account of such weapons has already hundreds of targets, and in this respect, it bypasses other means of defeat. Obviously, the combat work of helicopters will continue, and the Vikhr PTRK will show new successes. Technical features. The product 9K-121M Vikhr is an anti-tank missile system for modern domestic combat aircraft and helicopters. It is designed to combat ground-based protected targets and some aircraft. The main element of the complex is the 9M127-1 supersonic guided missile. It is built in a cylindrical body with a length of 275 meters and a diameter of 130 millimeters, with a pointed head fairing. The launch mass is 45 kilograms. The missile is delivered in a closed transport and launch container. The mass of the product in the TLC 59 kilograms. In the head part of the missile has folding rudders, in the tail a wing. The wingspan of the plane's up to 380 millimeters. The head compartment of the missile holds the leading charge of the warhead and aerodynamic drive rudders. Behind them is a compartment with rudders and their drives, behind which is located the main warhead. In the center of the hull is placed solid propellant engine with side nozzles. The tail compartment is given for guidance equipment. The available engine provides the missile with high flight characteristics. The average flight speed reaches 600 meters per second, and the maximum range is 8 kilometers. The missile's flight to the maximum range takes 23 seconds. The missile's speed and maneuverability allow it to attack both armored vehicles and air targets at flight speeds of up to 800 kilometers per hour. The missile is equipped with a 12 kilograms tandem-shaped charge warhead. There are contact and non-contact fuses. The warhead provides penetration of at least 750 millimeters of armor behind dynamic protection. Guidance of the missile is carried out from the carrier using the control device I-251 SCHVAL-M. From a distance of at least 10-12 kilometers, daytime, this device can detect and take on auto observation of the target. The object is then illuminated by a laser beam, which is used to guide the missile. The 9M127 tracks the beam using receivers in the tail section and is kept on the desired trajectory. Vikhr APCs were created for use by Su-25T attack aircraft, as well as Ka-50-52 or Mi-28 attack helicopters. However, not all such capabilities were realized. Vikhr-1 missiles are actually used only on the Ka-52. TPKs with the products are placed on APU-6 or APU-8 launchers, 6 or 8 units each on one external suspension unit. In 2021, the Vikhr-M complex was tested on the Inakatits reconnaissance and strike UAV. They confirmed the principal possibility of using the existing missiles on the new UAV. Perhaps in the near future this concept will reach full-scale realization and implementation in the troops. With known advantages despite its advanced age, the Vikhr family of APCs still remains a modern weapon suitable for all major combat missions. All components of the complex meet the requirements. 9M127-1 missiles retain high flight and combat characteristics. A significant contribution to the overall effectiveness of the complex is made by the high flight and technical parameters of the missile. The range of the 9M127-1 allows to perform attacks from outside the range of common SAMs and other short-range means. At the same time, the high speed of the missile allows the helicopter to quickly execute an attack and evade possible fire. Guidance by laser beam is characterized by high noise immunity. For obvious reasons, the enemy does not have the ability to suppress the control beam coming from the rear hemisphere. In addition, the carrier helicopter may not be able to hold the beam on the target for the entire flight of the missile. The laser can only be aimed at it seconds before the munition arrives. In this case, the armored vehicle, even if it detects the fact of illumination, will not have time to take action. The tandem warhead with 750 mm penetration capability allows to confidently hit the frontal projection of some main battle tanks, including those equipped with dynamic protection. The fragmentation jacket of such an LCM causes additional damage to the external equipment of the target tank, as well as striking surrounding vehicles or personnel. It should be noted that the 9K121M complex has some ambiguous features. First of all, it is the missile's control from aboard the carrier. Until the moment of impact requires direct visibility of the target, which exposes the helicopter to a certain danger. It is also